last call that will be held during the earning period of Youngevity's TAC Dream Vacation for 2015. So that's kind of fun and, you know, nervous, or, you know, a little nerve-wracking, because you're in your last final days. So let's go ahead and go over this call, and then I'll tell you what's going on in the future and what you can plan for. So again, I just wanted to reiterate, TAC stands for Top Achievers Club, and it's Youngevity's TAC Dream Vacation. It's part of our Are You Next program. It's the extra rewards that you get from having a Youngevity business. Of course, you know, we love the bonus and we love the commission. Those are things that pay the bills and help us to, you know, order the products and make life-changing, you know, have those life-changing experiences. We need that cash to be able to have that. It's all the extras that really, to me, make a difference in a business, like the car bonuses, the rings, the jacket, the recognition that we get, and of course, the TAC Dream Vacation. Because oftentimes we don't take the time to go on these vacations, to pamper ourselves. You know, I love going on these incentive trips and hearing from people saying, oh, I've never been on a cruise, or I've never been out of the country, or I've never seen places like this, or had this experience. So that's very rewarding for me to help people to have those experiences, and that is definitely one of the benefits of having a Youngevity business, is the lifestyle that comes with it. Because while you're on this 5-day vacation, you're making money. Your business is still going. You have opportunity to email and stay in touch with your business and keep it going, and those auto ships are renewing while you're out on the sea, networking with other leaders. Think of it as a training seminar. You're going to be on the boat with top club members, top achievers in Youngevity, and you know, it's a boat, so there's really no place else to go. You will have prime time with these leaders as we sail across the ocean. You know, we leave out of Fort Lauderdale. We're going to visit Belize City, which is a lot of fun. We'll do a private group event, which is of course optional. You can, you know, go off on your own. There's plenty of shopping to do right there at the port, but we'll also do a group event. Is cave tubing. The place that the cave tubing is actually has a variety of activities there: cave tubing, horseback riding, zip lining, four-wheel riding. So a lot of things to do there. But that just gives us an opportunity to hang out as a group and get a great price at the same time. The cruise line, of course, also offers different excursions that you can go on. Belize is a great place for snorkeling and scuba diving if you like to do that. They have this amazing circular crater it's just great scuba diving right there. So lots of options. Of course, Cozumel, Mexico, fun place. Paradise Beach is my funnest place at Cozumel. They pretty much have everything from great chips and tacos and guacamole to massages, a lounge chair, parasailing, the boat rides, snorkeling, pretty much everything there. But Cozumel is just a fun place, you know, to go around and see. Shopping centers right down from the port, so much to do. And to me, one of the best parts of a cruise is those 3 days at sea, because it's not just an ordinary ship, right? It's full of amenities. It's 16 decks tall, so you've got 16 levels on the ship, and it's like 2 football fields. So it's just huge. I mean, it's just big, and it's got, you know, your sports court, your rock well, your ice skating rink, 1, 2, 3 main big pools, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jacuzzis. It's got the flow rider, which we're going to have a private event at. It has, I think, 6 different dining venues, which, you know, of course, are all included in the trip. So just an amazing experience. But again, more important than that, it's the networking and the activities that will happen on the ship, which is a lot of fun. We plan a lot of activities that, you know, we say are optional, but of course you want to hang out with all of your friends. So we'll have a lot to do on the ship. So that's a little bit about the TAC Dream Vacation and why you want to be a part of it. You know, I spend a little more time on this call, which is interesting because it's the last call of the earning period, because I want you to keep in mind the why. I had that question so much at the beginning, not so much now, but why do I want to earn this trip? Why do I want to go on this cruise? You know, why is this different than just an ordinary cruise? And I wanted to really help build that picture, because this isn't the last cruise that Youngevity would do, or the last TAC Dream Vacation. They'll continue on, and so that's something that you want to just make part of your business plan, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Okay, so earning period, January 1st through August 31st, 2014. That's only, what, 4 days away? It's a very small window. We'll talk a little bit more about that and really what the deadlines are. The sailing date, I keep getting this question, when do we sail, when do we get back? Sailing date is January 17th, we leave, and we get back on the 22nd. So that's when we sail. How do I know how many points I have? On the Youngevity website page, go to distributor resource page, and there you'll find leaderboards, and find the TAC one. The totals were updated on the 20th, so you have new points through July, and July was an amazing month. It was so much fun to see the totals just like skyrocket. You know, we've been teaching you all along that you take the number of points that you have and divide it by the month, and then you can average out what you're going to have. So if it's like the 4th month, you divide that by 4 and then really times it by 8 because you have 8 months to do it. But July just blew that formula right out, and so is August. You've got some prime time in August to finish at 4 days. We'll talk again a little bit more about that. But while we're on this leaderboard recognition, the next time it will be updated is September 20th, which is right before Leadership Summit. So that's when the final totals will be tallied. You'll be able to check your final scores and to get more information about the incentives. But a big congratulations. We've got 6 right now that have earned as many points as they can earn. If you've been following that leaderboard, you've seen that it taps out at 15,000 points. And so congratulations to these 6 leaders. And interesting, here is a list of those that have earned a trip for 2+. Most of these people will tap out as well this next month and be maxed out at that 15,000 points. So congratulations to them for earning that trip. And so many others. I could have spent the whole call on recognition because we have over 700 right now that have qualified for an invitation, which is 3,000 points. So not very many at all, but congratulations to all of you for working so hard and earning this trip. So back to our 4-day push. And your biggest tool right now that you have to really make that push is the CEO Mega Pack Special. And I'm going to go over the details, but this late in the game, I'm assuming you all have them down and you've been selling them, you've been using it. But it is the CEO Mega Pack. Pick your pack, whichever one it is, and get $100 in product after. So they buy their pack now, and I think it's like September 4th or 10th. I should know that date, but I'm sorry. In September, the first week in September, they will be able to order an additional $100 in product. And that is such a great special to me. I love this one because they're signing up for the business to get that product and get healthy. And now they can use that $100, one, to get more products for them to personally try, or for samples, to be able to share that with their friends and family and really be able to build a business. So you have 4 days. Scour your list. You've got a holiday, well, the holidays, like you only have a couple days into the holiday, but if you're going to a family reunion or something, you've got a couple days in there that you can talk to family, you can talk to friends that you're out and about, and you can share that Youngevity message, Dr. Wallach's message of changing lives. So make sure that you have your testimony ready. You have your why. Why are you a Youngevity distributor? Why are you working your business? What are your goals? Know those things so as you meet people and you have that opportunity, be prepared to share the opportunity and give them a chance to transform their life. their health, and their lifestyle, and make a difference there. So when you do that, of course, the person who signs up gets that $100 in product. You, as the enroller, you receive a new team member, which helps you to build your business. But in relation to these programs that are going on, you get at least 100 TAC points. There's also points for Quick Start and things like that. So you get at least 100 TAC points. That is a big way to add up TAC points in the end. You know, I hope everybody already knows this, but as you look at the point schedule, we really broke it down as much as possible. Every 500 points, you get a savings, a discount, $100 discount, as a matter of fact. In most of them, when you're getting down to that second person towards the bottom, it's even more than that, bigger savings. But it's 100 points. It's like $100. So for 500 points, do not get to 6,998 points. Make sure that you know where you're at right now from July, and you know what you have for August, and make sure you hit that next benchmark. 5 new CEOs helps you to save, not only you get that extra team member, but you get that extra $100 off of your incentive trip. Plus, there's more opportunity. You get Summit spins, if you don't know about that. If you're going to Leadership Summit, you are earning spins, and for every 2 CEOs, you get a spin, up to 6 spins. So 2 for CEOs, 2 for the other rank advancements that are there. So that's a great way to get extra cash and prizes and help pay for that Leadership Summit as well. Last one, what you receive as an enroller is opportunity to earn 2016 TAC points. What I mean by that is that the system is really the same. So everyone you sign up as a CEO with a CEO kit in August and July, well, or past, as they rank advance, you get additional points. And that's what I was talking about, using this program really as a business plan, a business model. And it never ends. It just keeps going. It keeps building. So lots of opportunities. Please take advantage of that 4-day push. I want you to earn as much of this trip as absolutely possible. Okay? So let's go over some of the deadlines. I'm going to peek at the questions real quick. Okay, those I'll answer privately, so we won't have them on the call. If you have any questions, please type them into the question section, and I will address them or address them privately. Okay, the final deadline is August. Now, it's important to remember that the CEO kit ends August 31st. And of course, you have the first few days into September to make sure everything's closed up. So ranks and things like that will be for August. So make sure that you get all of your organization, right where it needs to be, that the rank advancements happen, and that you hit the rank that you're targeting. You've got this next 4 days to make that happen before the end of the month. The final postings, this one says September 5th. Scratch that. It's actually the 15th. It's actually the 20th. We close the business. You get your checks. Checks go out. Means that we've completed bonus. We've validated it. Everything's correct. And we send things out on the 15th. It takes that 5 days to tally all the numbers and for us again to validate those TAC numbers. So while this slide, I apologize, says the 15th, it's actually the 20th. It will be posted like we always do on the 20th. And then an email will go out to everyone who has earned 3,000 points or more, giving them the opportunity to register for the event. The deadline to register will be October 31st. So now it's important to understand, most of you are probably already aware of this, but we're going to go on, over a pre-registration system, that an upgraded category is not guaranteed. The incentive includes an inside cabin. So we've given those that have earned points, that hit the 3,000 point mark early, an opportunity to request an upgrade or additional cabins, because you can bring friends early. So we'll go over that in just a second. if you haven't heard, well, let me just go to the next screen and then I'll explain that. You go to the Longevity TAC Dream Vacation Facebook page. I would love for you to go in, like that page, because we will be using it more. Once the incentive's over, we'll start posting information there as well. The pinned post is right at the top where you can fill out an upgrade request form. The purpose of the form, again, was to upgrade. I want to upgrade from an inside cabin to a promenade or a balcony or a family suite. Or I want to bring my children, so I'm going to have 4 people, or I'm going to have 2 cabins. So the reason that we did that is because obviously if you need 2 cabins, you're bringing 4 or 6 people, you need 2 cabins. We'd love to get them as close as possible, where our cabins were assigned a year ago. So we're trying to accommodate those people first. So if you have filled out this form and you have just requested an inside cabin or maybe even a promenade, and you haven't heard anything from us yet, you haven't received any emails, don't worry. We're trying to accommodate those that have those extreme situations first, excuse me, and then we will get to those other ones, because there's plenty of cabins in that category, especially for, you know, just single cabin here and there. So back to the question of, if I've earned the trip and I wait until October 31st to notify Longevity that we're going, if all of the balconies are sold out, then you have to go with what we have, the promenade or the inside cabins. That's one of the reasons for getting filling out the request form right now. So if you're wanting an upgrade and you know what you want an upgrade and you want to pay for it because you're going to commit to it right now, that's the only way we'll actually hold them, is for you to commit to them with a cash deposit, and then we'll secure it for you right now. So that form is real easy. It's just a Google form. Enter your name, enter your ID number, and then just go through the questions, and then you will be contacted by Hillary with the amount of points that you have now, how many we expect you to have by the end, and what you would owe. Now, if there's a case where we have underestimated and you've just been a go-getter and you've taken off in August and really taken advantage of that last special and you have overpaid, then we will definitely refund you that amount of money, but we do need that in order to hold your cabin. If you don't want to do that and you want to wait until the incentive is over and find out what your actual points are, you are so welcome to do that. There's no penalty other than upgrade cabins may not be available at that time. Okay, let's talk about real quick. I keep mentioning, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here, but I keep mentioning cabin categories. There are balconies, there's an ocean view. I think we have one of those left. Sleep 6 people, it's nice. It has 2 bedrooms. So there's a bedroom with the 2 double beds that make into the king bed, and then there's another bedroom that has same thing, and then there's a couch that comes out. So it actually sleeps 6, but it gives you a little more space, which is nice. I think we only have one of those left, and then of course promenade and the inside cabin there. So those are the different categories that you can select, and again, the trip that you're earning includes that inside cabin. You know, I don't have a slide prepared for this, but this has been a question that keeps coming through. So I had an example sent in saying, you know, how come the Longevity, you know, a second person or the third or fourth person costs more than what's online? You need to be really careful at what you're looking at. So when they sent me the example, they found a special, you know, that was sent out, and the cruise actually sailed December 24th. And it was special because it was a discounted price, because they're trying to move those dates. Right now, because we booked a year out, our prices are lower. But in some cases, you know, the cruise line may run a special that obviously we don't get to take advantage of. But it does include, one of the things Longevity includes is the gratuity. So it's the cabin category, the taxes, the port charges, and the gratuities, which it doesn't show up online in their pricing, as well as activities. So like I mentioned, the flow rider, that we've booked the flow rider and things like that. There's different activities that are included in the Longevity experience that of course are not included online, and so that's something to keep in mind. Now the question that's asked, can I just go ahead and book online and participate with the group? And the answer is no, because we have those extra activities, and this is a Top Achievers Club. So each person must go through the longevity experience, the longevity opportunity to be part of that group. So that's just a couple questions that have come in. Let me just check again. Okay, this is a great question. Is upgrading from an inside cabin to a promenade worth it? Great question. Should have covered that. So the inside cabin, now all in all, the space on a cruise is limited, right? The cabins are small. You don't spend a lot of time in your cabin. You know, most of the time you're out on deck, you're at the different venues and such. Some people can't, the inside cabin really is, it's an inside cabin. And there's no windows, and so it's a smaller space. And some people can't really handle that. Now the difference between the inside cabin and the promenade is it's still really an inside cabin, but it has a bay window that opens out into the inside of the ship. So the inside of the ship from deck 5 up to, I think, deck 10 is all open. So deck 5 is the promenade. It's full of restaurants and stores. They hold shows that go down there, parades and you know, Disco Inferno and all kinds of things that you can watch out of your bay window. So what it does is it gives you that openness in your room. Nice part is that it is quiet. So if you're thinking, wait, she just mentioned a lot of activities. I want to be able to get to some sleep when I want to go to sleep. You won't. I've never had any complaints on the promenade, and I know people have stayed there, have loved that. Now the difference between that family ocean view, again, is not necessarily inside cabin, but it is not a balcony. It is an ocean view, meaning it has an ocean view window, whether it's rectangular or round. It doesn't open. Obviously, it's low enough on the ship that they don't open. So, but it gives you an ocean view that you can at least look outside. Balcony, and each category is a little bit bigger in space, in square footage. And a balcony is, again, a little bit bigger, but you also have the balcony that you can go out. It's got 2 chairs. You know, if you're with family, you can open up the wall between the two and have a bigger balcony. And, you know, that's kind of fun to go out and have breakfast out on the balcony as you're pulling into the next port. That's always fun to watch happen. All right, let me just check real quick on this. Pricing on these, if you go onto that registration page, you will be able to fit in, you'll be able to see the pricing on that. And that there was a couple questions on that family suite. How much is the family suite? So please go in and take a look at it. And in a response to the question of an inside cabin to a promenade, one of our frequent cruisers says, yes, it is worth it, in exclamation points in all caps. So thank you, Wendy Clifton. Let's see. Why is the junior suite and the grand suite grayed out? And that is because I have no more. we had 19 junior suites, and they were issued to High Point earners early on. They were one of the first ones that were able to select their cabins or the upgrades. So we are sold out of, and I believe the ship is actually sold out, so we're unable to get any more junior suites. If you are wanting one, you can request that on the form under the notes section, and if one comes available, we have asked the cruise line to notify us if those become available. So they would let us know, and we can let you know, and it would be a last-minute upgrade. Can we combine points? So if I have points in my account and my husband has points on his account, can we combine points? The answer is no, you cannot combine points. However, what you can do is you can earn individual. So it's 5,500 points for one person, one ticket. If you have 5,500 points in your account and your husband has 5,500 points in his account, you've each earned one ticket, right? So you can combine them that way, but you cannot combine 3,000 points and 2,500 points to get to the 5,500. It is per account. So when it's, a question is, when I say it includes activities, do I mean excursions? No, I do not mean excursions. Excursions are separate. We will, I think I mentioned that we will offer a longevity excursion in Belize. It is still a separate charge. The ship does not include excursions. When I talk about separate activities, it'll be like we're renting the flow rider out so that the rest of the people on ship, it will be an exclusive event for us. So we're doing that with flow rider, we're doing that with karaoke, we're doing that with the sports court, different activities on the ship, but we close them down so that it is just for our group. The family suite is not listed on the flyer. We were able to pick those up last minute. So if you go to that Longevity TAC Facebook page and you fill out that form, it will be in the drop-down menu there. And I wish I knew that price right off the top of my head, but I don't. Sorry about that. Can we? I'm going to look at that question further and see if I understand it correctly. All right, let me go ahead and I'll continue on. Again, go ahead and type any questions and I will come back to it, and we'll address these again at the end. Okay, so another questions that have come in, what's included in the longevity package, and I went over that a little bit. Includes the inside cabin, the taxes, the port charges, the gratuities. You are responsible for transportation to Fort Lauderdale or Miami or Palm Desert, I think is there. Actually, I haven't been into that airport. Somebody reminded me last time that it's there. So look for an airport that is obviously close. We go out of Fort Lauderdale, and so you're responsible for getting to Florida and obviously home. And then as well, if you have to come in or choose to come in the night before, then you would need to get a hotel as well as transportation to the port. Now, a lot of hotels in the area will offer transportation from the airport and then also to the port, so that you can take care of there. The ship, as I mentioned, sails on the 17th, and it sails at around 4 p.m. You must be on board the ship at 2 p.m. Longevity's first event starts at 2 p.m., so hopefully you'll get in earlier than that. There are a ton of, if you're not wanting to have the extra expense of the hotel or just being away from family, I know some that say, look, I've got to work that last day. I don't want to be away from my kids any longer than I have to. I'm taking the red eye. They usually get in around 8 o'clock in the morning, so you get to the cruise plenty of time. You're a little bit tired, so go pull up a lounge chair and get some rest once you get on the ship, but you can do that as well. We return on Thursday at around 7 a.m., so you can plan on, I would not plan, unless you're a frequent traveler and you don't mind carrying your bags and running, I wouldn't plan on a flight out before noon. And so you can take a look at that. Again, Miami is a little bit further. Fort Lauderdale is about 15 minutes away, so it's pretty close. Oh, I should send that. Pre-trip hotel. I have booked a hotel. We have 75 rooms held at that hotel. I'm waiting for them to set up an automated registration. It's not something we're set up to handle the registrations individually. So as soon as I get that, you will be notified, and we'll post that, and we were able to get a discounted or a group rate. What I would suggest is, if you are definitely staying, because my numbers are limited, and I need to put staff up at that hotel, and if you're saying, why didn't you get more rooms, that is all the rooms they would give me, and then that puts the hotel at sold out status. So I do need to put staff, obviously, at the hotel. So if I were you and I knew you were I was coming in early anyway, I would probably go online, hotels.com, Expedia, whatever your favorite site is, book a hotel, and then as soon as ours become available, then you know, if you were able to get one of those spots, then you can always cancel your other reservation. Okay, that is it on TAC. I'm gonna, before I go into these other events, Palm Beach, not Palm Desert. Thank you so much. Okay, on to the request page. Okay, Duana, you're saying you don't see it there. Okay, I will have to look on that family suite. She may have taken it down because it's not available, but you just quoted me the junior suite on there as well. What I can tell you is a little bit more, the family suite was a little bit more than the balcony. I'm going to guess $350 per person. Those are all per person charges, but don't hold me to that, and I will find out. And those of you who have asked that question, I will definitely send that to you. How do we pay for the second person if it's not covered? Okay, so if you have earned, let's just say you've earned 7,000 points, right? That means that the first person goes free and you owe $600 for the second person. Let's say you don't earn a full trip for one. Say you have 4,500 points, and that means that you pay $200 for one person, or you pay $1,100 for two people. It's not both. It's not 200 plus 1,100. 1,100 takes into account that first person's amount. So another question that this kind of also brought up is, if I have, so say my brother is also a longevity distributor and he's earned, you know, 5,000 points and he's not going, can I just use his account? The points are non-transferable. He would have to be participating in the excursion to even buy a second passage on that. So it has to be, the person who is on the count has to be there and attending the event. It is non-transferable. Palm Beach airport code is PBI in case, and Fort Lauderdale is FLL, and Miami is MIA. All right. Looks like that is all the questions that have come in except for one that is a specialized question, so I'll just answer that one directly. So, okay, you have 4 days left till the end of the month. Please, please take full advantage of the special that you have at hand. Go through your list. Contact everybody that you've contacted already and that hasn't acted on it. Look for people that you haven't. You just thought, no, they're not interested. You know, I talked to them a while ago and they weren't interested. Call people who are happy with the product, that are your preferred customers, and they're happy with the product, and find out who they know, who else would be happy with the product. Scour your list and really use them to build your business right now. So take advantage of that. Also encourage your downline, those in your team, because it is so much fun to go as a team to this event. You know, just like any of our events, the leadership summits, those, it's always so much better when you have a group there. So please take advantage of that. Upcoming longevity events, we have Live the Life You Want. This is an announcement in Atlanta. I'm sorry, this is an event in Atlanta on September 5th. Big announcement today. I copied this from last call's PowerPoint, so I don't know what that big announcement was that we had 2 weeks ago, but I sure forgot to take that off. You can still register for that, Live the Life That You Want. It's a women's event. Sounds like it's going to be a great event. I know that it's going to be Ustreamed as well, but you know, there's nothing like live being there. I know that a group has gotten together and doing a Saturday training as well. You can get more information on that. Longevity Leadership Summit, September 25th through the 27th. There's actually a BP meeting on the 24th with a brand new BP PowerPoint, a presentation. So if anybody in Las Vegas, please make sure that they get there. LongevitySummit.com. The fee is $250 until the end of August. It goes to $275 after that. And we're encroaching on that limit spot. So make sure, if you've got anyone new that you've just signed up in July or August with that CEO kit, get them to that event. It is going to be a great event. I have to tell you, I'm feeling a little guilty because we have packed, I mean really packed, the agenda with training. So much training, new product knowledge, product trainings, leadership trainings, basic business training. There's just a lot of it. Well worth the money and the time and the investment to going to those types of events. This is where we will recognize the TAC achievers, so that's great. And we'll also be announcing the next TAC tricks there. Miami CEO School. This is actually the first announcement of that. The code is not quite ready, but mark your calendars, November 14th and 15th. We will be in Miami. So that will be a great event as well. All right, last week I talked about the 2016 Dream Vacation. You want to know where we're going and how to get there. You have to attend Leadership Summit to find out where, but you have the same earning program as I mentioned earlier in this call with very few adjustments. The earning period is a little bit longer. So instead of 8 months, which you had here, I believe this one's going to be about 11 months, which means we need to adjust the point schedule because you have longer to earn. So when you look at it and maybe it went from 3,000 points as an invitation level to 4,000, you'll know, oh, I've got 4 more months to earn it. That's why there will be an adjustment. But basically, the earning criteria is the same. And the reason it's the same is because these are the correct principles to building a successful business. And that's why we put this on, is to help you ultimately build that strong, successful business that's going to give you the lifestyle that you're working towards and really make that difference. So keep working this program. Make sure that your downline is also working it, using it as a format for their business plan, really. So I love this. Be intentional about your business. Don't let it just happen. Just don't assume things. Well, if it happens, great, I'll go. If not, no big deal. Be intentional about every aspect of your business, whether it's achieving your why, getting a new car, getting out of a job. It doesn't just happen. Occasionally, you'll have a few times it falls in your lap because somebody brought in and enrolled this go-getter that was intentional about their business. But that's so far and few, you can't count on that. Be intentional. Make a plan. Work the plan. When you work the plan, you're going to live the rewards that come along with it. It doesn't come for free. It comes with living intentional and really helping others to make a difference in their life. Better health, better lifestyle, afford the things that they can't afford right now. Have the choices that they don't have right now. So be intentional about your business. I'm so excited to see how this all wraps up, to see where you finally end up on your points, and to see you on that ship. So thank you for being part of the TAC Dream Vacation call. This will be the last call until we make the final announcement of who has won. And then we will start holding calls in preparation for this. But we'll also, after the announcement of the new trip, we'll start doing planning and training for that. So we're going to kind of double up a little bit on those calls. But this is the last TAC call until after Leadership Summit. So watch for that announcement of a new call starting. Thank you, everyone, for being on the call. Have a great day and make this the most amazing August you have ever had in your business career. Have a great day. Thanks.